Greetings, all you maniacs and minds on our grinds, and welcome to another Warframe weapon showcase. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tiberon Prime, a weapon that I feel is a bit old at this point, but it doesn't mean it's not effective and honestly kind of fun to use. So, this weapon I feel has fallen out of relevance for some people ever since the Kuva Hind came out, and I say they're actually pretty much equal. So it doesn't really matter which one you use. The Tiberon Prime, though, is MR14, and it's a Prime weapon. Keep that in mind. Anyway, here's the first build. I have 3 builds. So it has a burst fire, a semi-auto fire, and a full auto fire. So the burst fire has a lot of critical stuff and decent status chance, and I'd say good base damage. And then the semi is a lot more focused towards crit, and the auto is a lot more focused towards status. It is to note that every single fire mode has the exact same base damage. And in fact, it looks like it even has the same spread of IPS. Yeah, it does. So, 3-round bursts, and it's actually a fairly accurate rifle too. Reloads pretty quick. And then the semi. You could actually spam it pretty quickly if you have prime shred. And then auto. Yeah, the auto is not very accurate. Anyway, this is corrosive heat against these guys. I'm gonna briefly take this into steel path with a hunter munitions build, but I'm gonna kind of ignore steel path with this weapon because it's not designed for that. It just isn't. So yeah, obviously this hits pretty hard. Okay. Now for the semi. So the semi-automatic, to me, it feels like it's a bit watered down. I don't know. Like, it's okay, but I think the Stradivar Prime semi-automatic is a lot stronger. But whatever. And then the full auto. The full auto's okay. The only issue is the recoil is a little much and the screen shake is a little much. So typically I just use this gun in burst. And it works very, very well. So now we move on to the viral build. So, literally just changed one mod. I changed high voltage for rhyme rounds. And that's literally all I did. So, respawn the enemies here. I'd say it's about the same. And this weapon does have a decent amount of slash and status, so it's going to slash more often than not. So, semi. Yeah, the slash ticks aren't doing like crazy amounts of damage because they don't proc as often as I would like, but whatever. And then the full auto is, at least with the viral heat, is, you know, it works pretty damn well. But the magazine is too small. If the magazine was like double, it would be even better. Simply because you would have more time to deal damage before reloading. Anyway, the big kahuna, viral hunter munitions. Now, if I'm doing arbitrations, this is the build I use more often than not because it destroys everything in arbitrations. And average arbitration lengths for me, 20 waves of defense, 20 to 30 waves of defense, 10 to 15 rounds of disruption, and about 30 minutes of survival is typically what I do. And this weapon handles it beautifully. Now, obviously, hunter munitions is hunter munitions. It's going to, you know, shred, because that's just what it does. So, Semi-auto. Yeah, of course. It's hunter munitions. What do you expect? Is that guy gonna bleed out? Yeah. And then full auto. Now, full auto only has a 40% critical chance, but this is an assault rifle, so it's going to crit. But in my honest opinion, I just keep it on burst. Because it gives best of both worlds. It's a good mix between status and critical multiplier, critical stats. So, you know. Okay, I am going to briefly take this into Steel Path. Now, I'm going to, of course, be bringing my Panzer, and I'm going to be using the Viral Hunter Munitions build. When I say briefly, I mean brief. After that, I'm going to probably just do a random disruption mission for like 1 or 2 rounds. So, now when it comes to guns in Steel Path, I've said this before, not every single gun is going to be able to take down Steel Path enemies. They're just too damn tanky. But, whatever. Melee has overridden every gun in the game, apparently. So. Let's, see what this bad boy can do. Yeah. Yeah, wrecked. I mean, it's not too surprising given this thing's critical damage and critical chance with hunter munitions. So, and especially when the Panzer is proccing them with viral. I'm not even going to bother showing the other fire modes because it's not what I do. You see why rifles, okay, maybe full auto for large hordes. You see why a lot of people typically don't use these kind of rifles in Steel Path. There's just too many enemies. Anyway, let's go into an actual mission. Now, the Viral Hunter Munitions build I'm using is a bit overkill for this level. As you see, my cat is able to kill these enemies, so. But I think it's good to show this off anyway. And the Demolists are tough as fuck compared to normal enemies. Ooh, the temptation to spam my 1 is high because I have Thermal Sunder on. So, I'm not just going to do this disruption. I'm going to actually go to Lua too. Because I feel like the Corpus disruption units, the Corpus Demolists, are a lot tougher. Because they have shields, and I feel like they might have more health. Although, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, the Viral Hunter Munitions setup is just overkill for this level. It really is. Like I said, though, this is the build I normally use for disruption. Not disruption. Arbitrations, and it handles it just fine. So obviously this thing isn't as accessible as the Kuva Hind, but I'd say they're actually around the same level of power. I don't know why sometimes bullets just go straight through the Demolists. It's really, really annoying. Anyway. Where's the damn key go? There it is. Get out of here with that. Yeah, very effortless. I mean, this is just Warframe in a nutshell. None of it is too challenging. So, There's absolutely no reason to sweat this game, and I say this like every video now, but seriously, just calm down. But yeah, very simple. I know this gun to some people is going to be boring, like, oh, it's just a burst rifle with 2 other fire modes. It's just gun, and it's nothing else. But I mean, whatever. Okay. I don't need that relic, but whatever, I'll take it. So, we're going to go straight into Lua and fight the Demolists there. And Corpus are sometimes a bit more of a problem than Grineer. Okay. So, this is going to be very effortless, but I mean, I might as well show this. Goddamn Bubble Brigade. Don't know why I just went, whatever. This is not the Actera Prime video. I did do that a while ago. I might do an updated one, but I mean, nothing changed with it. It's still a super strong pistol, or pistols, so. But yeah, nullifiers are annoying. And the fact that they have shields makes it even more annoying to kill them. So, yeah, the Demolists here are definitely tougher than the Demolists of the Grineer. I know that's hard to believe. For some people, that is impossible to believe. But the Demolists, the Corpus Demolists, have shields and they have different resistances and different weaknesses. So, it's just a little bit different on how you deal with them. I mean, not really, just hit them really hard. But whatever. Now, if I wanted to be super technical, radiation would probably outperform viral against Corpus more often than not. Simply because a lot of the Corpus units are weak to radiation. Robotics are weak to it. Fuck. Robotics are weak to it, and certain Demolist units that have alloy armor are weak to it, and this guy just has health, so. I'm surprised that more Corpus units don't have armor with their shields. You would think that at least the Scrambulouses would have alloy armor more often than not. I don't see it too often. I've seen it, but I think that was only a few special cases. I'm not exactly sure. But if the Corpus had alloy armor and shields together, they would be really, really annoying to deal with. Because they would be very tough. So DE do that because Corpus sometimes are worthless, but not in Disruption. And Disruption enemies scale pretty fucking quick. And also, can we get Disruption in the Void? Pretty please. So we don't have to do bounties to get Void specific relics, which is actual cancer. Yeah, the Bursas are really tough. And so are the Hyenas. But the Bursas are tougher. The Hyenas just have a lot of firepower and they're fast, so. I heard that. And yeah, they have fuckers that will restore their shields. So yeah, annoying. If If you're looking for Axii relics, do this disruption, because this place only gives Axii relics. Well, and Lua lens blueprints, but you could sell those for plants, so there's that. It's a bit of a process to make a Lua lens, but I think you can get upwards of like 80 plat for like a Xeneric Lua lens. I've done it before, so you know, it's a thing. It's a thing you can do. I mean, I can't do it because I can't sell shit ever. Anyway, that's the Tiberon Prime. The Tiberon is a pretty damn good rifle. I really, really do like it. So here are the builds again. Just, you know, viral hunter munitions, heat corrosive, and heat viral. Each one will work extremely well against disruption enemies. I mean, you wouldn't want to use the corrosive one against Corpus, but other than that, it's just the gun works very well. It's a very good overall rifle. It is a bit boring to some people because it's not this flashy AoE weapon that does a million damage, or it's not like a super awesome sniper rifle that one taps everything. But it's a very good rifle. It's very good. The problem, it's a prime weapon, and I'm pretty sure it might be vaulted. I'll have to, let me check my relics. This relic is in the prime vault, prime vault, prime vault, and this just going through here looking for all the, yeah. But I have so many of these relics that I could just realistically get another set of this. And I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be too expensive on Warframe Market. I say that now. Anyway, so in conclusion, this is a very good weapon, and I would recommend it if you dig this kind of burst rifle. You can use it as a semi-auto rifle too, or a full auto rifle. It's up to you. Anyway, so before I close this video, give me suggestions on SCPs that you want me to cover. And also, there's been a really weird glitch for me that I cannot read comments. I can see them in notifications and I can see parts of them, but I go to the video itself even, and it says there's no comments. Why? So if you're going to suggest some SCPs, keep it a brief list. So keep that in mind. Hopefully it resolves itself in over time, but that's really annoying. It's very aggravating to me that I can't reply to any of you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, in Trilby, we trust.